Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. This is Eric and welcome back to some American Truck Simulator with realistic economy. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, that like button, that notification bell, and don't forget to chat if you're watching live, and also if you're watching on the replay, don't forget to comment down below. All that stuff for you is free and it helps me and the channel grow. Now we are continuing today to go through Iowa. I believe we are 5 loads in. And we need to get to 12, I believe. We have to get 12. We have to go to 12 cities to complete it. Yeah, we are at 5. So let's go ahead and just get going here. All right, let's see here. All right, so real quick, let's look. Oh, what was that? That's Des Moines. We've already been there. Fort Dodge. Perfect. It's 279 miles. Let's take it. Taking cattle. Taking cattle to Fort Dodge. They must be hungry. Well, this is a long loading screen. Alright, let's go ahead and get in our truck here. And we have plenty of fuel. Sitting at 36,000 right now. Of course, that will change because we will have our loan installment, but hopefully we'll be able to make a decent chunk today. Hopefully get at least 2 loads in. I'd like to get 3 if we can, but as far as not this day like the stream, but in the game. But you know, it really just depends on how far they are. They have to be over 100 miles. So for it to count for the achievement or event, I guess that it is an achievement as well. Alright. Alright, come on, U-Haul truck. At least that's what it looks like. It is a U-Haul truck. Alright. So we got 34 miles to pick up our load, and then 200 and something miles after that. 270-ish miles, I think it was. To Dodge, or Fort Dodge, not Dodge City. Dodge City is in a different state. But Fort Dodge, Iowa. So let's see if we can't get there and get. It's gonna be tight. We got it. Now, of course, I wouldn't have done that with a trailer. But we are gonna go ahead and try to knock Iowa out today. We can stream till about 2 o'clock. So if we're close to getting done with Iowa, we will go until 2. But if not, we'll probably stop about 1:30. if we still have, if we just have one more load to do, we'll stream till 2. Too far almost. Alright, there we go. Alright, our load is right down this little dirt road. A dirt road with a cement bridge. That's pretty neat. Usually on dirt roads you don't see that. It's usually one of them old wooden bridges. Pretty cool. We got a tractor pulling a trailer there. It's the first time I've seen. It's 279 miles. And we are going to Farmers Cooperative, so the co-op. Farmers Co-op. There in Fort Dodge. Alright. Headed down the road. You doing alright over there, Pam? Yeah? Okay. You got enough coffee? Okay, let's see. This dirt road and get headed on some concrete, asphalt. Alright, no traffic that way. If y'all are watching, don't forget to comment so I know you're here. I'd love to chat with you. I do believe on Monday, instead of the morning time stream that we normally stream ATS, we're going to be doing an afternoon stream. And me and Mad Dog Gaming are going to be trying to do some convoys. And I may try to get my friend Strychnine in on that as well, because he's on vacation next week and he's been wanting to stream and hasn't had the opportunity to. So we may get him in there too. I gotta talk to him about that, but I know he wants to do convoys. We've been wanting to do it together for a while, and he's on vacation next week, so he's gonna try to stream a little bit too. So hopefully Monday we'll be doing convoys with Mad Dog and possibly Strychnine. So that's the plan anyway. I've joined Mad Dog's VTC company of Left Lane Express is the name of it. It's a thing where you can log miles together. You don't have to be in a separate game or anything. You can do it in the game you're already playing in. But, you log miles for the company, and the company earns rewards after so many miles and people and things like that. So if you're interested in that, you can let me know, or you can go to Mad Dog Gaming. And he will, get you started on that. But we are going to be doing some convoys, so that'll be fun. All right, we got a way station up here. Hello, gentlemen. Yeah, it's not in perfect technical condition because we have tire wear. I'm not buying new tires every time it drops a few percent. I mean, our truck's in pretty good shape. 4% total damage. It's almost all tires, probably. Alright, let's get on back down the road here. Looks like we're turning up here anyway. Minneapolis. Can't go there yet. Don't have that state open. I think currently Louisiana and then South Dakota are next. And then they'll probably be working on North Dakota, Minnesota. I'm assuming that area. Hopefully Mississippi. I really want Mississippi. I want to see how they do Mississippi. That's where I'm from, so. But I'd also be interested in Tennessee because that's where I was born and where my wife's from. So those two states I am eagerly awaiting. Don't know when they'll be, but I can hope. We got 139 miles left to Fort Dodge. And we'll get us a load going somewhere else that we need to go. There goes our loan installment down to $30,000, but hopefully we'll have some. And we did get another truck. We took out a loan, paid off 2 loans, and we're still able to get another truck. So now we have 16 trucks on the road, counting ourselves, and lowered our loan payment in the process. So because we did have two $50,000 loans, and we paid both of those off with a $150,000 loan, and that left us enough to buy another truck. So with what we already had, so now our loans are less than $7,000 a day. They were almost $8,000. Miles. Alright. 84 miles left to go. I like what they've done with Iowa. The cities look pretty good. I wouldn't know. I've never been to any of them, but they look good anyway. Guys, if you're watching, don't forget to comment and don't forget to hit the like button. That really helps. And if you're interested in seeing more daily streams and videos, hit that subscribe button as well. I stream every day, but Sunday I stream at least 3 times, some days 4. And then Sunday I just stream once, but we do videos every day as well. 2 to 3 videos. Most days it's 2, but sometimes if I have extra time to record an extra video, I will do that. But most days it's going to be 2 videos. We have about 17 games I think we're playing right now on the channel, so between the streams and videos, so lots of different content for you to check out. We have lots of playlists, almost 900 videos now, 890 something videos right now is where we're sitting, so breaking that 1,000 mark this week. Well, not this week, this month. Hopefully by the end of July we will be over 1,000. But this week we will break 900 for sure. Between the videos and the streams this weekend, we will have over 900. And I do appreciate everybody supporting me. It's been really good with the subscribers and all the views. You guys are why I do this. So hopefully you get a laugh and be able to sit back and chill. And guys, I don't mind if you're lurking either. You don't have to chat. You can just watch. I'm good with that. All right, 26 miles. I know these early morning streams, a lot of people are at work, so. But if you can do it in the background, I'm okay with that. Right. Let's get that load done. Wow, just a smidge off. Alright, let's check this company and see what they got to offer. Anything going to Iowa? Sioux City is how far away? 113 miles. I believe we need that one, so. Let's double check, but I believe Sioux City was one of them. No, we've already been to Sioux City. Let's see here. We don't really want. Let's get out of this. Don't really need that one, so let's go to here and hit container. We don't want that job. Alright, let's try again. Alright. Now it says we don't have one. Went into the screen too early. Alright. We don't need none of these cities. Need absolutely none of those. Tell you what, we will go here. We will quick travel to Des Moines. And we'll try to find another one. Alright. Let's see if we can get one from here going somewhere. Go backwards. Des Moines, Des Moines, Des Moines, Des Moines, Des Moines. Ottumwa, how far is that? 153 miles. That one will work. Alright, let's go pick up our load. Right down the road here. Taking some moving storage here. Let's see. Yep. Moving containers going to Smithfield and Ottumwa. Not sure. 53 miles. That will be delivery number 7. We'll get there about 6:40. After this one. Real quick. I didn't check Fort Dodge. There was something there, wasn't there? Yep. 2 photo opportunities. We'll have to go back through there. Alright. Oh, hello Timmy the Racing Channel. Doing good. Oh, thank you for that. I appreciate it, Timmy. I will, actually, real quick, let me go ahead and let me go to your channel real quick and subscribe to you. Alright. Subscribe to your channel as well. I appreciate that. I'll check out some of your stuff. How you doing today, bud? If y'all are watching, go to Timmy the Racing channel and give him some love there too. And subscribe to his channel, as he's helping us out. Yeah, I'm glad you're in here. Do appreciate the support. Praise the Lord. Just sitting around the house. Hey, nothing wrong with that. I'm always blessed, even through hardships. The Lord is amazing. You know, I about 4 years ago lost the bottom part of my right leg and had to stop working and stuck to home, and He's still been blessing me. So I agree with that statement. Blessed and highly favored, as I like to say. I like to tell people all the time that I'm doing so well that if I was doing any better, I'd have to be two people to take all my blessings. So that's my outlook on life. I don't look at things negatively. There's always a positive, especially if you depend on the Lord to get you through it. Which is the reason why I don't stream on Wednesday evening, and Sundays I only do it a late night stream. I do a late night stream every night, but I don't do any streaming on Sundays or recording or any of that other than the one stream. I do all my video recording before that. Wednesdays I do two morning streams and a late night stream because we just have, one service on Wednesday. But I do a late night stream after choir practice on Sundays. We don't have Sunday night service, but we have our choir practice on Sunday night, and I sing in the choir. So actually used to be a music minister until I lost my leg. I just don't feel like I can put 100% into that anymore because I can only stand for so long. But I'm still active in the church. Just have to be careful about what I do because I'm not supposed to be on my feet a whole lot. Because if I stay on them a whole lot, I'll end up losing my other foot, and don't want that to happen. So, but yeah, the Lord is amazing. He has gotten me through everything and keeps blessing me regardless of how the world wants to treat me. Alright. We are 79 miles from our delivery location here. Yep, you're right. That's all that matters. You are right. As they say, you hit the nail on the head. So I'm assuming you do a lot of racing games and stuff on your channel. I didn't really look at it. I just went over there and threw you a subscribe. But I will check it out, give you some views and all that. All right, looks like we got a viewpoint coming up right here. Oh, you're from Louisiana? Well, I am from Florence, Mississippi. I actually lived in New Orleans for a little while. That's where my sister was born, actually. Alright, let's see if we can figure out where this viewpoint is up here. It's where you can see like scenery, stuff like that. My wife's asking me questions. Alright, looks like it's right up here. See if we can get to it. We can. We'll have to go on the wrong side of the road to do it, but we're going to do it anyway. Alright. Yeah. Golden Acres Explorer. Alright, so this is Oskaloosa. Okay, you're a race car driver. Okay. You do that in real life? Yep, I'm 49 South out of Jackson, Mississippi. It's really close to Jackson, actually. Jackson's like 12 miles from my house. Maybe 15, I'm not sure. It doesn't take but 15 minutes to get there. So, just south of, or well, southwestish from Jackson. But yeah, I actually lived in New Orleans for about 2.5 years when my dad was going to seminary there at New Orleans Baptist Theological Seminary. Like I said, that's where my sister was born. She lives in Memphis now, which is where I was born. She is a music therapist. But yeah, I am familiar with Louisiana. What part of Louisiana do you live in? Been racing for 27 years. Okay, you race at Jackson Motor Speedway? Alright, I've never actually been there. My wife's not a huge racing fan, and she has to drive me wherever I go, so I will doubt, doubt I'll ever be going, but I'll wish you good luck. But I've never been to races there. I have been to the track. Northwest Louisiana, okay. My mother is from Tylertown, Mississippi, which is not very far from Louisiana at all. And I have a lot of family that is in the New Orleans area, but also there's some other places in Louisiana that I have family in. I'm not sure exactly where. I've got a few cousins that have moved to Louisiana. I'm not sure exactly where they live there, but I know it's not far from Mississippi where they live. But excuse me. But yeah, I am familiar with Louisiana. So I'm assuming if you race at Jackson Motor Speedway, you do like drag racing, or I'm not really familiar with what they do there. 'Cause like I said, I haven't been to races since I was a kid. Yeah, my brother-in-law, he used to do some drag racing. He had a '69 Camaro that he fixed up, and he did some drag racing up in the Tennessee area before he passed on. He was pretty good at it too. on to be with the Lord a few years back at a young age. I think he was 45 when he passed away. Cancer. He was a towboat pilot. And an avid outdoorsman. He loved hunting and fishing. Oh, you do dirt track? Okay. Yeah, I'm not. I love to drive, or I did. I can't anymore because missing my right foot kind of hard. But I had a friend who did dirt track racing up in North Mississippi. He did the dirt track racing, but that's been, gosh, 30 years ago almost. He's probably 65, 70 years old because I was in college and he was a good bit older than me, and I'm 51, so, or will be this year. Not 51 yet, but I will be in December. But he did some dirt track racing for years. He ran a little gas station in Blue Mountain, Mississippi. But he did dirt track racing. Had an old Corvette buddy that he raced with. Yeah, that's where I met my wife. She went to college at Blue Mountain. I went there for a little while. Then we got married, and I let her go back to school. And then later on, I went to paramedic school. Um, but she went to Blue Mountain College. That's where we met. Been married. This year will be 28, 20, 27 years this December. We've been married. I was gonna. Alright, let's get that dropped off. Yeah, Blue Mountain's one of those places you have to know where it is to say you've been there, because it's not on the beaten path, for sure. Alright, let's go ahead and put another one in fuel economy. Alright, let's look at external contracts here. Alright, so which cities do we need again? We need, alright, Cedar Rapids, Council Bluffs, Dubuque, Mason City, and Waterloo. See if we can find one going to one of those towns. Burlington we've already been to. There's one to Dubuque. How far is that? 237 miles. See if we can find one that pays a little better. But if we can't, we'll take that one. Looks like that's the one we're going to be taking. Well, there's one to Council Bluffs. We've already been there, but we haven't delivered there. And I think we'll go ahead and do the Dubuque. It's a lot closer. You're 40? Okay. Just a decade behind me. Alright, let's see, is there anything here? We do have, that's over in Burlington. Alright, we do have a place we can fuel up and sleep right here, so let's go there, then we'll go pick up our load in the morning. They just checked me. That's funny that you know where Blue Mountain is, because not many people do. Pick up our load first. Actually, make more sense to do that. Got some more money coming in. Going to Gulfport in a few weeks, okay. I am familiar with Gulfport. I used to go to youth camp there at Pass Christian before that place got blown away by Katrina. Took quite a few youth groups there over the years. Just right outside of Gulfport in Biloxi. What? What, oh well? Love you too, babe. Alright, come on, man. This is a long red light. You're going to visit family. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I don't get to Gulfport much. Looks like we're picking up here. Can I go this way? Looks like I can. So we're picking up from Walmart. I worked for Walmart for some years. My wife still works at Walmart. Ooh, there's our trailer. for Walmart distribution and for the store years ago when I was in my 20s and 30s. Let's get that loaded up. And now we're gonna go find that rest area here so we can go to sleep and fuel up. Funny picking up storage units from Walmart, but that's what we did. Yeah, Mr. Sam was an amazing dude. He passed away right before I went to work at Walmart. But I know a lot of people who had met him and just said he was awesome, down to earth guy. He cared about his people a lot more than Walmart does nowadays. He would not be happy with the way Walmart has gone recently, for sure. So I don't even think his family owns Walmart anymore. Yeah, my wife said most people who work for Walmart don't even know who he is, so. Hey, Mike C just subscribed. Thank you, Mike C, for that. Appreciate it. Appreciate that subscribe. Yeah, a lot of people don't like the self checkouts, but at Walmart, that's pretty much what you got to do now. They never have cashiers hardly at all. I think my wife said most of the time they only have one or two cashiers working and have 12 self checkout lanes open. But yeah, that's kind of how it works with Walmart now. I feel like if I'm gonna have to check my own groceries out, I ought to get a paycheck. Alright, let's get us some shut eye here. few more, one more driver bringing in a load there, and we're up to 35,000 now. Of course, we will be spending another 6K here in a little bit after we make this delivery, but we ain't getting paid much for this one, so this is a little short load, or low paying load anyway. 200 miles, but we're only getting paid 357, so not making much a mile on this one. We had a driver that couldn't find a load. That happens. Yeah, unfortunately, I do know how to use the self-checkouts because I have many years experience in retail, but I still don't like to use them. I'd rather somebody check me out. That's what they get paid for. But unfortunately, most stores are going to that. I know I have a friend that works for Kroger that said in a few years that's all they're going to have is self-checkouts. They won't be doing Oh yeah, yeah. Sam, if Sam was still alive, there would be a lot of people fired from Walmart, and a lot of them would be in management because they do not care for their employees anymore at all. My wife deals with that every day. Some of those managers, they shouldn't even be managing anything. But I agree with what your dad says on that. If Mr. Sam was still alive, he said his dad used to work for Walmart and said if Mr. Sam was still alive, a lot of people would be fired. My wife giggled at that. She thought that was funny because she knows. She knows. But yeah, yeah. Half the people that work at home office at Walmart wouldn't even have a job anymore if Sam was still alive because they just don't care anymore. People in general don't care. Well, we blew through that red light, didn't we? I wasn't looking. But yeah, people just in general just don't care about other people anymore. Not the way we're supposed to. Like people shooting people up in churches and stuff like that. It's ridiculous. So we are 192 miles away from, I don't even remember, Dubuque, maybe? Dubuque? I don't know how it's pronounced. It looks like Dubuque to me. So that's what I'm going to call it. Me and my Mississippi English. No, the kid sold the company to somebody. The president of the company, or the CEO, whatever he's called, was one of Sam's good friends, but he has kind of bowed out of it too. He's pretty old, but no, I think they've sold most of the company to investment company now. I don't think Walmart's actually run by one person anymore. It's a investment group that I think has bought out. I think now this is not facts. It's what I've heard. I haven't researched it personally, but I don't think his kids have anything to do with it anymore. I think they sold out. But like I said, don't take that as fact. That's just what I've heard. I haven't actually checked into it because I quit Walmart back in 2006, I think it was. Went to work for another company, another grocery company, because I couldn't move up anymore. I was kind of stuck where I was. And then I went to work for Chick-fil-A for a while, and then Dollar General was where I was working when I had to quit. And I actually liked Dollar General a lot more. But yeah, it may be run by the kids, but I heard that they had sold most of the company. But like I said, that's hearsay. It's not fact. I haven't checked into that. But I can guarantee you it's not run like Sam would want it to be run for sure. I started at the grocery distribution center in New Albany, Mississippi, and then we moved to Forest, Mississippi, and I went to work for a store there for about 5 years. I worked for Walmart for a total of 13 years, which is funny because that's how long my wife's been working for Walmart. But yeah, I'm not sure if they're still in control of it. They may have a controlling interest in it or something, but I'm pretty sure I heard that they sold it out to some investment groups. So it's more or less run by a corporation instead of by people. But that, like again, I said that's hearsay, but that came from somebody that worked for Walmart in the recent past. It's been a few years since he left. But he actually worked for Sam's. He was in management with Sam's, but he had told me that they sold a lot of the company off. But I'm not, like I said, I haven't researched any of that, so can't say that to be fact. But I know Doug, I think his name was Doug McMillan, ran the company for years as the CEO, but I don't think he's working for the company anymore, but I could be wrong. Laurel, Mississippi is not far from where we are. I have a lot of friends there, but I never have lived there, but I have a lot of friends that live in Laurel. But I'm in Florence, but yeah, it's not very far from Laurel at all. You know, a couple of an hour and a half, maybe not that far. I do have some friends in Laurel though. But I went to work for the store in Forest, Mississippi. Not Forest County, but Forest, Mississippi, which is in Scott County. I worked at the store there for a few years, about 5 years, I think. No, we're not around Jones County. We're actually in Rankin County, but Jones County is about an hour and 15 minutes from here, so hour and 20 minutes, something like that. But we're in Rankin County, on the edge of Rankin County. Actually, we're close to Smith County, where we live, but we're still in Rankin County. I've been to Jones County a lot because when I was in junior college, I went to Holmes Community College, and we always went to Jones and played there. And I had a couple of cousins that went to Jones, but no, I am from Rankin, or live in Rankin County. I'm not from here, but live in Rankin County. We've been in Rankin County for close to 18 years now. But yeah, I am very familiar with Jones County. Yeah, I have a lot of friends that went there, and also some family that went to Jones County Community College. I think it's called, or the community college now. It was junior college back then. It may still be. I don't know. I've been in so long out of the college scene, but I do have a lot of family in that area, and they went to Jones. I went to Holmes Community College though, which is in Holmes County, just north of Yazoo County, which is where I was living at the time. We were living in Yazoo City. But I have been to Jones quite a few times, band competitions and football games and stuff like that. Baseball games, because I had a cousin that played baseball there. It's actually coaching at one of the community colleges here. I'm not sure which one it is. He played baseball at Jones. Well, I say he's my cousin's kid, so my second cousin, but he coaches. I want to say it's. I'm not sure which college it is. I'm gonna have to find out, but he coaches at one of the junior colleges here. Thought you were going to sleep. You're getting. But yep, I have been in Mississippi most of my life. Actually, I am from Tennessee, but we moved to Mississippi my senior year of high school, and I've been here ever since. I like it in Mississippi, other than the heat. I hate the heat, but anywhere you live in the South, you can't get away from that. So, and I like the people in the South a lot better than anywhere else I've ever been. Have you hit things on this game? I have. When I first started playing, I wrecked a lot. Um, but I mean, I've had cars turn into me and stuff like that sometimes. Because sometimes the AI traffic is just bad. But I don't wreck a whole lot. But I have. I mean, I have. At one point, I had to get my truck towed because I did so much damage to it. And I've run off the road a few times and hit embankments I couldn't get off of and had to get towed. But I don't hit things very often, not anymore anyway. I am more likely to do it now because I'm looking at chat instead of the game, but a lot more than I used to. Obviously, I didn't when I wasn't streaming. When I was was just recording, I was just focused on it more. But I have hit things many times. I've probably spent close to 100 to 200 grand on repairs in this game, um, and that's not just general repairs. I'm talking about like just on damage. I've spent that kind of money. Actually, when early in the game, I had to take out a $50,000 loan just to fix my truck. But I am much better than I was when I first started. But there has been some accidents. You go back and check some of my early videos, you'll see there has been a few. One of them, I just ran into a, a wall, an invisible wall, because I wasn't paying attention. Hit one, crashed out. Is this game on PS4? I am not sure if it is, if it's on PS4 or not. Um, I really don't know. I could check real quick. Okay, so yes, maybe, I don't know. It says it was in 2021, so maybe it is. I'm not, like I said, I'm not 100% sure. All right, but it says it in 2021 in the article, says it was coming to PS4, so maybe it is. Like I said, I can't say for sure. I play on PC. I don't have consoles anymore. I did play PlayStation for a long time, but I converted to PCs about 15, 16 years ago. The games are a lot. There's a lot more games on PC, and I like other simulation games. Like that's mostly what I play on my channel, is simulation games and cozy, like farming type games like Stardew Valley and Dinkum. But yeah, the games on PS4, or well, when PS3 came out, the games started getting stupidly expensive, and I could get some of the same games here for almost half the price on the computer. So I just quit playing consoles. But I mean, a lot of people prefer consoles, and that's okay. Just not me. I prefer PC. Um, and being in a wheelchair, my wheelchair, just fits right up under my desk that I play on. So it's actually, and to be honest, my wheelchair is the most comfortable chair in the house. So um, even if I had a console, I would hook it up to my computer monitor because this is where I like to sit. I honestly haven't kept up with consoles in years. Matter of fact, the last console I had was a PS2. I haven't played on console since PS2. So, and I don't remember which NASCAR game it was, but I played that game until it quit working. The one where you could build a career and drive for contracts and stuff. I actually, in that game, I took over Jeff Gordon's car in that game, and then ended up at a certain point you could own your own race team. But yeah, I haven't really heard that much about PS5. Um, like I said, I don't keep up with consoles anymore. All right, let's find us another job here. So we need Cedar Rapids, Council Bluff, Mason, and Waterloo. All right. See if we can find one going to any of those places. Sioux City. Council Bluff, right there. And it is 330 miles. Oh, I loved old Sega. Oh man. Uh, Me and my roommate, we used to play Madden all the time, and NCAA college football. We played those games a lot, and Sega had a lot of good other games too. There was one game that I loved to play on Sega. It was called Shining Force. It was an RPG game. I wore out that. Of course, there were a lot of good games for Sega. Sega was amazing. Sega still makes games. They just don't have consoles anymore. They make Two Point Museum, which is one of the games I play on the channel. Alright, so there is a spot I wanted to go to here. Where is it? Yep, right. Well, we're going to be going right by it. So. But yeah, Sega Genesis. That was the game system. Welcome to the next level. It was a great game system. Played it for a long time. I actually played it until PlayStation 1 came out. And then I played a lot of PlayStation 2. But I haven't, like I said, since I gave my PlayStation 2 to my parents' godson when I got a computer. And I haven't touched a console since. Yeah, Mortal Kombat, Mighty Morphin. Never played the Power Rangers game, but Mortal Kombat I definitely have logged some hours in. Most definitely. Me and my roommate used to battle each other on that game a lot. Street Fighter as well. But football was where we spent most of our time. We played a lot of football back then. I used to take Tennessee to the national title all the time. It's my favorite school. University of Tennessee. I'm a volunteer. I'm assuming you might be an LSU fan. I won't hate on you because of that, if you are. Yeah, my college years, I spent a lot of time on Sega for sure. Me and my My roommate used to wear that thing out. And then I got PlayStation, and I gave it to somebody. I don't remember who. But I got PlayStation, and Final Fantasy VII took over my life for a while. I played that game for hundreds and hundreds of hours, not more. I don't think so. They still have my Atari. The Sega, I think we gave the Sega to David and them too. But yeah, I've been playing games since Atari 2600, so played on that thing for a long time. Actually started on the original Atari, and then it went to the 2600. Old Frogger and all those old games, and Space Invaders. And you don't like college football? Okay, man, that's fine. I don't like professional football, but I used to be a big Saints fan. But back, years ago when Colin Kaepernick did what he did, it made me I quit watching professional sports pretty much altogether. Other than minor league baseball, I'll still go to a minor league baseball game. But every other professional sport, they've letting it go to their head. I don't care for professional athletes anymore. They have all been blessed with huge amounts of money, and they don't care about the people who put it in their pocket for the most part. No, I'm not going to say all of them are like that. There are a lot of good ones, a lot of good players out there who respect the fans. Oh yeah, Super Mario Brothers. Yeah, I've put out some hours in those too. Let's go. There we go. You asked if I ever hit things. I just hit a fence because I was looking at you and not driving. Okay, let's kind of go against traffic here a little bit. I was trying to get this dealership. I guess I'm going to actually pull into it to get it. It's not registering for me. I just drove right through it and it didn't register. It unlocks somewhere you can buy trucks online from them. Blame it on me. I'm not blaming you. I do it more than you realize. I'm not blaming you. I'm saying it was my fault for not paying attention because I was looking at chat instead of paying attention to where I was. Alright, is this going to give me credit for this? Okay. E. Alright, so I should have it now. Yes, I want to exit. Okay. Yeah. I'm not sure if we got credit for it or not, but if we didn't, I've already tried. No, I didn't hit you. Keep going. I came close. But yeah, I played a lot of regular Nintendo as well. I guess this person's gonna let me go. I'm like, yeah, let that crazy truck driver go. He's gonna hit somebody. Alright. Alright. So let's head on to Council Bluffs now. Let's go ahead and bring this back up. I think that's where we're going. Yep, to BP. But yeah, I love the old game systems for sure. The games back then were affordable too. They have gotten ridiculous. The big games anyway. I quit playing Nintendo games because Nintendo makes you have their system to play them. They don't put their games on any other platform, and PCs are just more friendly to me. So I don't play Nintendo anymore. I would love to be able to play some of their games, but I'm not going to spend hundreds of dollars on a Switch just to play a few games. You know, Nintendo 64, it was okay. It had some good games, but I prefer the SNES to the Nintendo 64. It was a lot better. The 64's controller was just really awkward. I didn't care for the. There was one game that I liked to play on 64, and that was Turok, the Dinosaur Hunter game. That was a fun game, but I didn't ever own it. I played it on a friend's system. But yeah, I did not care for the Nintendo 64. Um, Turok was the only game that I really enjoyed that I played on that system. But I do love the old game systems for sure. Um, Matter of fact, a few years back when I was working at Dollar General, they came out with this little version of PlayStation 1 that had a bunch of old PlayStation games on it. And it was like $40. So I got that and played a lot of those old games on there. Huh? Yeah, I still have it. It's in this thing up under my feet. But yeah, I played a lot of those old games. It was a lot of fun. They had one for Sega that year too, and I wasn't able to get that one because we didn't get any copies of it at my store. And I was working so much that I didn't have time to really go looking for them. It had a bunch of the cool Sega games on it. Sonic, the Hedgehog, and all those games. Yeah, GTA 5 is on PC. It's got a little bit more, profanity and stuff in it than I care for. But now I have watched a lot of it, but I don't really want to put it on my channel. I mean, there have been a few games that I've played that had, a few cuss words in it, but that one has it in there all the time. And I try to keep it somewhat family friendly on here. But GTA 5 is a fun game. I have played it on a friend's computer. It's been a while back when it first came out. But I did play San Andreas a lot on PlayStation back years ago. PlayStation 2. Yeah, GTA 5 is on PC. Yeah, I mean, I don't technically make my videos for kids because some of the games that I play will have cuss words in it, but I try to still keep it kid friendly. Where I have, matter of fact, one of my pastor friends, his kids watch some of the stuff on my channel, and so I try to keep it as friendly as I can for them. But I don't technically make videos for kids, but I want it to be where if kids watch it, they're not, parents aren't going to be offended. Not saying that I don't ever get frustrated, because sometimes I get angry at games because they do game things, but for the most part, I try to keep it family friendly. And I have played some games with other people on the channel when I first started, and they were dropping a lot of cuss words, and I just, told people, don't let your kids watch these videos, because they were cussing. But I am gonna be doing convoys of this game on Monday afternoon with a guy that I'm in a VTC company with called Mad Dog Gaming. So we'll be doing convoys Monday on this game. So that'll be fun. I haven't recorded with anybody since I started streaming, so that will be kind of cool. And I'm hoping to get another buddy in on that as well, because he's actually on vacation this week. But yeah, GTA 5 is a game I would probably love to play, but I only buy games that I can play on my channel now. There are a few other games that I want to play that I'm thinking about buying just to play, but I don't really have a lot of off time. I'm streaming 3 or 4 times a day, so Sunday afternoons is about the only time I can play for just playing. But I enjoy making the videos. I enjoy streaming. So, and I'm still playing games I want to play. It's just there are other ones that I wouldn't put on my channel that I would like to play. Actually, GTA 5 is pretty cheap now. I could get it really cheap. But that's one of those games you're going to put a lot of time into. And those kind of games are the kind of games I like to play for my channel. So, now that being said, if I ever have the opportunity to play multiplayer with 7 Days to Die, it is one of my favorite survival games. I would do that and record it or stream it, because you can. That game actually gives you the ability to cut the language out. Now, I can't cut the language out of real people, but I can cut it out of the game at least. There's a way to turn that off. I would love to do that on the channel at some point. But I don't like playing that game by myself because it's kind of boring. And it takes a lot of work to get ready for the Horde Nights and stuff. But I enjoy playing simulator games. There's a lot of what I would call cutesy games that I play, and then just shopkeep games and stuff like that. I have a really wide range of games that I play on the channel, but most of them are simulator shopkeep type games. Other than I play Farming Simulator 25, American Truck Simulator. Most of the other games though are simulation games. Okay, well thank you, man. I appreciate it. I do appreciate that. Enjoy playing this game though. This is one of those games that I got when it was on a really good sale and fell in love with it. This is actually the longest running series on my channel, and I think this is episode 103 or 104. I can't remember. I can't see the title right now. So the only other one that has that many videos is my very first Farming Simulator series, which I think ended up with 105, but this one's going to go into the 300 or 400s because I'm going to keep playing this game until they have all the states released, and I have been to every single one of them, every single city in each state. But I only stream this game now. I don't do videos on it anymore. The games I stream I don't make videos of, and the games I make videos of I don't stream unless people request it. But if they request me to stream it, I will do that for them. But I really wish I could find a good racing game. I would love to do a like NASCAR type game, but playing on PC is without controllers and the steering wheels and stuff is racetracks are kind of hard to navigate, and I can't use my right foot because I don't have one, so it's hard to do the steering wheels with the gas pedals and all that kind of stuff. So I have to play with the keyboard. I don't like controllers like anymore. I have small hands, and most of the controllers now are bigger to where I can't reach as many of the buttons as I would like to. So keyboard and mouse is how I play all my games now, and I would love to find a good racing game, but I don't. I would want to play like if I was going to do NASCAR, I would want it to be where I could build up from the lower ranks of NASCAR and build my way back up into the main NASCAR thing. I don't know if they even make games like that anymore. I used to love. I mean, I still love NASCAR. I don't watch TV anymore at all. Um, I do watch stuff on Netflix and things like that every now and then, but since I started streaming, I'm pretty much that's all I do. I don't just play games. I don't really have much time for anything else. But all right, I'm gonna stop at the way station. But yeah. I have not tried that game, World of Outlaws. I will have to check it out. I'm assuming it's like a street racing type game. I'll look into it. Okay. I don't know. I know there are some dirt racing games out there. I haven't ever played any of them. I generally stay away from racing games because I play on keyboard and mouse, and they don't generally respond as well. But I may check out that World of Outlaws. I may try that. Now, does that game have like a career mode, or is it just basically racing? Because if it has something like that, I would definitely be interested. to check that out. Sounds like a lot of fun. Maybe you'll see it come up on the channel. I don't know. I'm gonna look at it though for sure. Dirt racing's always been fun. I used to play some dirt racing games on PlayStation. They weren't very big games. They were just little cheap dirt racing games, but they were a lot of fun. But I'll definitely check that out. World of Outlaws. I'll check it out. Let's see what it's all about. Probably try to find some videos of it and watch it. Alright, looks like we got about another hour or so in the stream. I'll definitely check it out. I know it's a game you would probably watch me play, so I will definitely check that one out. It does feature a career mode. Cool. I will definitely check it out. I will look at it as soon as I get done streaming here before we go grocery shopping. We're up to $45,000 now. Oh, I took the wrong turn. Totally my fault there. Wasn't paying close enough attention. Getting excited about a game I don't even have yet. So we got a little detour here. Since I wasn't paying attention, I would try to cross over there, but I know I'd get stuck. I had to call a tow truck, and that would defeat the purpose. Luckily, it didn't add too many more miles to our trip. It did add some, though. Well, drivers just aren't bringing in loads of cash today like they usually do. Yeah, we do that a lot when we go to Walmart, but we're going to a little grocery store that's right around the corner from our house, and they close at like 9 o'clock, so, and I'll be streaming when they close, before they close, so I'm gonna have to go and do that. Did I do it again? I did. You know what? I do not want to go all the way back. I don't want to go all the way back there. Let's try to cross over here. Take a chance. Shouldn't do that in real life, people. Don't do that. This is a game, though. Yeah, I do prefer to shop later in the day, but like I said, this is just a little small grocery store we're going to. We're going to be going to Walmart. We'll probably do that Sunday after church. So, all right. So, can we turn through here? I guess it's kind of telling us to. So. Let me get in the other mode so I can see traffic. I would, yeah. I don't think they're ever going to go back to opening 24 hours, but I did used to do all my shopping at like 1 o'clock in the morning because you didn't have to wait in lines. But yeah, I don't think Walmart's going to be 24 hours anymore. They have pretty much said that they're going to stay from the 6 to 11 model. Okay. How easy. Alright, hold on. How easy you to not get in trouble going into Walmart and doing YouTubers videos. How about videos and well, the thing is, if you record a video yourself, it's your property. Like, if you use your phone to record, it's your property. So people can do whatever they want to on YouTube as long as it's not using somebody else's property. So, like, if I was to take my phone and go into Walmart and video something, I can put it on YouTube because I personally recorded it, and that video belongs to me. That's why they don't get in trouble. Now, there are copyright rules on YouTube, but it has to do with the content you put on. Like, if there was, like, say, music playing in the background, like, say, I went into the Walmart and they were playing AC/DC on the radio, and I put that on my channel, I would get a copyright strike because of that. Because I don't have the rights to AC/DC's music. But as long as they aren't breaking YouTube's rules, they can put whatever they want to on there. That is, I mean, it's all about following YouTube's rules. And there's a lot of them you have to sit and read through. But I'd play video games, so as long as I don't have like copyrighted music in my games, I can, pretty much play whatever I want. That's why I don't have music on in most of the games I play, because some of it is copyright infringement, and I'm trying to stay away from that, because I eventually would like to make a little bit of money off YouTube. But that is why they can do that, because they own the video, because they made it themselves. Now, if they were to go into a place that did not allow video, which Walmart technically doesn't have, then it would be a different story, because they could get sued. But because Walmart is a public place and they allow people to have their phones in there and make videos of things, people can do that on YouTube. I mean, you can pretty much record live anything you want to and put it on YouTube as long as it doesn't have a copyright infringement on it. Like, you could, if I was to come to one of your races and video you racing, I could put it on my channel because I own the video, as long as there was no rules against me making that video. But yeah, Walmart doesn't have any kind of litigation to where people can't video in their store. If they have it like, let's say if all Walmarts, every single Walmart had a sign outside their door that said no video recording. You went into Walmart and video recorded. You could definitely, you could still do it, and you could still put it on YouTube, but you wouldn't make money off of it, if that makes sense, because you didn't have permission to make that video. You just made it. It's kind of like, the whole pirating movie type thing. People pirate movies all the time. They go into video or go into theaters and record the movie while they're watching the video, and they make copies of it and sell it. It's illegal, but people do it. But with YouTube, as long as you own the property, in which if I took my iPhone to Walmart and made a video, that's my video. I made the video myself, so it belongs to me. I can do whatever I want with it. Unless Walmart specifically had a nationwide video ban, then that's why people don't get in trouble. It's just like Facebook. There are channels on Facebook. Walmart sucks. Facebook channel. Where people go on there and rant and rave about their bad experiences at Walmart. Walmart can't do anything about it because it's not theirs. Now, if you were to do it on Walmart's public website, it would be a different story because they own that. Alright, we need to go back this way. Let me back up just a hair. Train coming. I don't see it. I think it's going to come through right there. I don't think it's coming through here. This is where I gotta go. But yeah, like I said, it's just about personal property. But that's why people don't get in trouble, because Walmart doesn't do anything about it. Walmart could probably afford to keep people from doing that with their stores, but I don't think they see it as an issue. It doesn't affect their alright, let's see, we got to get in there. I don't think they see it as a problem to their business model, because if you are in any kind of retail business, there are going to be people that aren't going to be happy with the way things go in your store. And there are going to be people that exploit the company and take advantage of situations. And, it comes down to, does Walmart want to spend the money to keep people from doing that, or do they just want to ignore it and keep on doing their thing? And that's what Walmart chooses to do, is ignore it. Because it technically isn't affecting their business. It might keep a few people from coming to the store. If somebody makes a video of a bad customer service representative or something like that, might keep people from coming to that store, but as a whole, it does not affect Walmart that much. But that's why they can do it, because they made the video and they own it. So, alright, let's go find us a place to sleep. Looks like right over here. Is there anything? Yeah, we already did that photo op, so let's go over here and rest. And then we'll get a load going out of here tomorrow. I guess it kind of falls under the whole freedom of speech thing with the government, freedom of the press, freedom of all that stuff, because technically they're not breaking the law by recording things that happen at Walmart, or going in and recording something at Walmart. They're not breaking any laws. So as long as it's not against the law to do what they do, there's just nothing that anybody's going to do about it. That is a lot of traffic. Thanks to the train, I guess. Yeah, our heat index here is like 106, 107 right now. It's always hot here in Mississippi. I tell people in Mississippi we have two seasons, summer and everything else. Everything else is about a 4 month period. We have fall, winter, and spring in about 4 months, and then well, it's actually 5 months. From November to April, it's tolerable in Mississippi. Then after that, it's just hot, and our humidity is horrible. Our humidity is just horrendous here. What is going on up here? There must be a wreck. We're gonna try to go around it. Yep, that's what it is. The wreck has got traffic blocked. I ain't waiting for all that. I am not. Yeah, I'm not sure what the temperature is right now. I can let you know in just a second. Let me pull in here and get some gas and rest. Um, my wife just told me it's 85, but the heat index is probably in the high 90s. But this is like it's just now starting to get hot here. Like it ain't even got hot yet. It's just now starting to get hot. So around 2 o'clock in the afternoon here is when the heat really gets bad, and it stays that way till about 7:30, 8 o'clock, and then it's still hot. It's just not as hot. Um, last was it wasn't was it last? No, it was 2 nights ago. We went out at like 7:45, and it was still 90 degrees outside. Okay, Timothy says hello. She said hi, but yeah, yeah. It gets brutal here, with the humidity especially. Our humidity is always really high. What I call sticky hot. All right, got a little bit more money. We're up to 69,000 now. All right, let's see if we can find us a load. We need I think it's just Mason City, Waterloo, and Cedar Rapids now. Let's browse contracts. All right. All right. They're all in a line right there too. So we want to get one of Cedar Rapids if possible, because that'll take us the way we need to go. Well, there is one, but I want one that pays more than that. If I can find one. We may have to take that one though. That's kind of how these events work. Have to take what you can get. Well, there's one to Waterloo. Which puts us in between both of the other ones. We'll hold on to that one for now.
Can you see my hand?
No, I can't. And there's one to Cedar Rapids. That's the one I want. Alright, so let's grab that. It's what, 12:45. So this will probably likely be our last load of the stream, because I don't think we'll be able to fit another one in. Because I wanted to stop between 1 and 1:30 so we can get our grocery shopping done before I do my afternoon stream at 4 o'clock. Which today at 4 we will be streaming Teddy's Haven. It's a cute little simulator game. But that'll be later on today at 4. Alright, so we got a little bit of a drive to go pick up this load. That's alright. But this will probably be our last load. Yeah, time's 12:43. I don't think I'm going to have time to do another load after this one. It's probably going to take us to about 1:15 to do this one or so. So that'll probably be where we end the stream. May sit here and chat a minute, but I don't think I'll have time to do another load. If it's quick enough, but we'll just see. I'm just looking at. I know about how long these loads usually take, so I would love to be able to get 3 more loads done in this one, or 2 more after this, but I don't think it's going to happen. So we're just going to do what we can do. I don't really have an end time for my streams. I generally tend to stream between 2 and 3 hours, and we've been streaming for 2 hours and 11 minutes. So by the time we get to where we're going, it will probably be a little bit past that 1.5 hour mark, or 2.5 hour mark. Probably closer to 2 hours and 45 minutes. I mean, I don't have fines cut on because I'm playing with realistic economy, which makes you get paid a lot less. But the fines did not decrease that much. Like, I got a ticket that was $450 something, and the load I was carrying only paid me like $350. Now in the base game, you get paid a lot more money, But this is realistic economy makes the contracts a lot less money, and by a lot less, probably 10 to 20% of what the base game contract would pay. Like this load I'm taking here is only paying me $1,300. In the base game, it would probably be $7,000 to $8,000, and that's why I have fines cut off, so I don't have to worry about the cops. I have actually hit a few cops in this game, not intentionally, but I have run into a few. But yeah, I have fines cut off because the fines are really high compared to what you make per load. Um, Now, that's one part about GTA that I really had a lot of fun in San Andreas when I played it, was running from the cops and seeing how long I could run from the cops before I got, overwhelmed. But because I loved when you were hot and all the cops in the town would be coming after you. That was a lot of fun. But like I said, in this game, I have fines cut off because I'm trying to make money, and the tickets, now once I get to the point to where our company is making 50, 60, $70,000 a day because we have so many drivers, I may cut fines back on, which is going to make me play different because I normally don't pay attention. I do try to pay attention to the traffic stuff. Like we're going right back here where we left to get our load. Just about. Going to a different place, but it's in the same area. I'm not going 15 for sure. I guess you can get a whole lot more than 30 in here anyway. Alright, let's see if we can find our load. Looks like it's going to be on that back row. Yep. I didn't even see what we were tanking. Looks like some kind of tanker. Could be a grain tanker though. Let's see. We'll find out here in a sec. Let's see what we're taking. We are taking hydrochloric acid. Okay, let's not have a wreck with this one. To Eastern Iowa Airport, I guess. Alright, so we're taking a load of hydrochloric acid. I hope nobody blows this thing up, because that would be nasty. Yeah. If this thing blew up, everybody would get burned. This is the first time I've taken a dangerous chemical. The only other, I guess you could say, chemicals I've taken was diesel fuel. Yeah, I'm going the wrong way, but I don't care. It all ends up right here anyway. Yeah, I don't think I've taken hydrochloric acid before. So we'll do our best to make a safe drive of this. My wife just said, "Don't be wrecking." Yeah, that would be bad with a load of hydrochloric acid to have a wreck. It would be bad. Come on, car. Have a photo opportunity coming up here. It's going the way that we have to go, so we'll try to grab that. Hoping that's all that we have here. Let's map it real quick. Yeah, photo opportunity. Technically, all that is in Lincoln, Nebraska, I think, which we'll try to head through there. Alright, so let's try to get that photo op when we get there. And I am going to turn right on red, or left on red right here, because I should have gotten that turn signal. I was just looking at the map. Okay, Need for Speed Undercover. I haven't checked that out. I'll have to look at racing. I haven't looked at racing games in years. I'll have to look at them. But that World of Outlaws actually sounds like something I would really enjoy. Because I like games that give you that opportunity to have a career. Especially racing games where you can build up your career, earn money and stuff like that. And if it has that, I'm definitely going to check it out. Alright, let's stop right here. Let's get our camera out. See if we can find this thing that it's wanting us to see here. Yep, art silos. There we go. We got that taken care of. Alright, so 278 miles. Yeah, we'll definitely be ending the stream after this video because it's almost 1. And by the time we get there, it's going to be 1:30-ish. But we'll be picking this back up on... don't know if we'll be doing Iowa Monday or not, so I'm doing convoys. We may not be in Iowa. I don't know what the plans are for that. But if we don't do it Monday, we'll finish it up Wednesday. Because like I said, I have no idea what Mad Dog has planned for us to do. But we're planning on doing convoys together on Monday. So... I don't know what kind of stuff he wants us to do. And he may not even have Iowa, I'm not sure. If he doesn't, I'll just have to meet up with him. Yeah, I know you can play the classic Sonic games. I just haven't bought any of those games because not really the kind of thing I want to record. And like I said, I don't buy too many games for me to just play because I don't really have a lot of spare time. I do have some since I started streaming. But I did not. I enjoy making videos, and I knew that, but I did not think I would enjoy streaming as much as I do. Because I started out just streaming once a day, and that was a little over 2 weeks ago. Now I'm streaming 4 times a day most days, and 3 times a day on the rest of them. Like I said, except for Sunday, it's just 1. But yeah, I'm streaming at least 3 times a day except for Sunday, and so it doesn't leave a lot of time for just me playing games like Sonic and stuff. Because if I was to play Sonic, I would just play it and play it and play it and play it. So I haven't played that game in 20-something years. And it would take away from me being able to do my YouTube stuff. So, but like I said, I don't play any games I don't enjoy. So, and being able to spend 2 or 3 hours, or an hour to 2 or 3 hours in a game, and then move on to something else different that you still enjoy playing, it kind of breaks up the monotony. Because for a long time I would just play one game and play, for hundreds of hours and then move on to a different game. And now I'm playing, 16, 17 different games a week, and really enjoy it. But Sonic is one of those games that I would want to be able to sit down and play for 10, 12 hours, and I'm not sure that people would watch that for 10 or 12 hours. Classic Miss Pac-Man is on PC. Wow. Yeah, now see, those were the games. Oh man, the hours. I used to, I remember one time at a arcade Well, it wasn't really an arcade. It was it was like a little cafe that had an arcade in it. But I played for so long on the Miss Pac-Man that people started playing or complaining to the owner that I was monopolizing the game. I think I played on it with one quarter. Uh, I played for like 51 minutes straight on Miss Pac-Man, and everybody was getting mad because they wanted to play. And the guy came over and asked me, and they said, "Well, he's only put one quarter in it." But they were mad because I'd been on it for so long. I was really good at Miss Pac-Man. I played it a lot on Atari. Original Pac-Man, actually, I played more than Miss Pac-Man, but I played them a lot on Atari back in the day when I was a kiddo. I did play a lot of Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man. And there was one particular game on Atari that nobody's probably ever heard of. It was like a $2 game back when I was a kid. It was called Space Jockey. And you basically, you were in a spaceship and all these things flew at you and you had to shoot everything with your ship. And the whole point of the game was just, there weren't any levels. It was just getting a high score. And I used to play that game for hours. My dad would play against me. I'd play a game, then he'd play a game, and of course I'd always win. I don't know if he always let me win or if I was just better. I assume it was because I was better, because my dad's not much of a gamer, or wasn't much of a gamer. But he would always play games with me because it was spending time with me. But we used to take turns playing that game, and that game was super fun. But it was one of those classic video games where high score was everything. Now in games you have achievements and goals and quests and all kind of stuff that you have to do. That was simplistic back then, just high score. Yes, it was in the 80s, the early 80s. That game was so much fun. Yeah, well, there wasn't a level system or anything. You just kept going until you died. Old games like Pitfall and Frogger. Squash. Ask him if he remembers the Squash video game. I'm assuming your dad's probably in his 60s. Okay, cool. Yes, Squash was the very first video game I ever had. And it was just a thing you plugged into the TV and you played. It was, and then we got an Atari after that. But yeah, we we spent a lot of hours playing that squash game before we got the Atari. Actually, the only video game system I had until I got to college was an Atari. Um, I had I bought a Nintendo when I went my first year of college. I bought a Nintendo from a pawn shop, and that was my first Nintendo system. Played Tecmo Bowl all the time, along with a bunch of other games. But Tecmo Bowl was one of the games I played a lot when I was in college. We used to have tournaments for Tecmo Bowl, so I played a lot of Nintendo games. Contra was one of my favorite games on Nintendo. Ninja Gaiden. So many good games back then. Of course, Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers 2 and 3. Super Mario 3 is probably the best out of all those. But I played them all. I even played some of the Super Mario stuff on Super Nintendo, but I don't remember what the names of them were. I bought the Super Nintendo to play one game, and that was Final Fantasy. And I think it was Final Fantasy 4 or 5 that I played so much on the Super Nintendo. And then when I got the PlayStation, Final Fantasy 7 came out. The only game I played during that time beside Final Fantasy was Tomb Raider. But Final Fantasy was, like, I played tons of that game. And I played that game for years. Even after, I even played the PlayStation 1 version of Final Fantasy 7 on PlayStation 2. I played it so much. Like, back when you could play the old games on the new system. Yeah. Do you remember the game Computer Space? I do. I'd never had it, but I played it at a friend of mine's house. Like I said, I only had an Atari until I went to college. But I had a friend whose dad was real big into computers, and he had that game. And another one that I enjoyed a lot was called Starflight. I don't know if your dad remembers that one or not. That was a good game. Super Mario World. Yeah. I didn't ever play Super Mario Kart because I wasn't as big into racing games, but back then it was all about sports games and RPG games for me. So I have played Super Mario Kart, but it's been recent years, not back then. Super Mario All-Stars was a lot of fun. I did play that one. Yoshi's Island I played. But yeah, Computer Space was a cool game. Starflight was another little fun game where you had to go out and explore certain things. We're actually getting here a lot faster than I thought we would. We may actually be able to get another one in. Starflight was a fun game too. That was a quick 250 miles. We'll see. If I can get one going to the next city up from here, I'll get it. But if I can't, we'll end the stream because don't want to go past 130 because we need to go and get that stuff done. It looks like this one's a little bit out of town, so and we do need to come back through here and grab that dealership. So if we can get one to Waterloo from here, I'll probably do that. Because I should be able to fit that in by 1:30. Unless I have to stop at every single light like it's making me do right now. You saw the airplane coming in for landing. That's where we're headed, it's to the airport. Taking hydrochloric acid to the airport, that doesn't seem right. But that's what we're doing. Oh, I thought it was a cookie. A cookie. Of course, one of the first computer games I ever played was the original Oregon Trail. Yes, you can spin the tire on here. I do it every now and then. I don't do it on purpose. But, I mean, of course, you can slam on the brakes and you squelch tires too. But I just did that. But I think there are some modded vehicles where you can really do the rubber burning, though. I'm not sure how well this one does. I've never tried it. I've done it on accident. Alright, so we gotta back this one down this way somewhere. Looks like we're going in between those two trucks here. I should be able to use this little driveway. This backup lane. Oh, the name the woman who's riding with me. Yeah, that's my wife Pam. That's kind of she didn't look exactly like that when we were younger, but pretty close. But that's why I chose the one with. All right, so we're looking for Waterloo. See if we can get one going there, and if we can't get one going there, we're gonna have to stop because that's gonna be the only place I can go and fit it in time. But if I can't get a load going there, we'll look at some of our company stuff and all that. All right, Waterloo, Waterloo, Waterloo. Yeah, doesn't look like we're gonna get one going there. It's gonna be hard to get those last two cities anyway. It's Waterloo and Mason City. But Mason City is gonna be a little bit further than what I can do in the amount of time. Um, so we'll just have to deal with that later. We'll get those two finished up in one of the next two episodes or streams. I keep saying episodes because I'm used to recording. All right, so that's going to be it for today. But let's go ahead and look at our company here. Look in our drivers. These are all our drivers. We have 16 trucks on the road besides ourselves. This is us. All right, so Milo Z, he is pretty well leveled. He's one of our big money makers. Yeah, I'm fixing to get off. I'm just going to show you. I was going to, if I could get one to Waterloo, I was going to go there because it wouldn't have taken but 10 or 15 minutes. But yeah, we didn't get one. But so our drivers are doing pretty good. Most of them are pretty well balanced now, with the exception of our last two drivers because we just got these two recently. Um, Actually, I need to put this guy on long distance for a little bit. And then our garage manager, we can look at that. We have Albuquerque, Billings, Wichita, and St. Louis. St. Louis is where we're based out of. It's just me and one other driver right now. But Wichita, Billings, and Albuquerque are all. Now Billings is where we started, but they're all fully leveled up. And then the trucks that we have right now. This is the list of trucks we have now. The Volvo VN, that's what we're driving. And these are all the other trucks that we have. So a lot of international Peterbilts. We have one Western Star, a few Volvos, a few Kenworths, a couple of Freightliners. So I'm not picky about the trucks. I will be going through this series. We'll be buying at least one of each truck to drive ourselves. We started with an International Lone Star, which is that one at the top. And then we had the Volvo was the second truck we bought, which is what we're driving now. The next one we get is going to be a Peterbilt. But that's where we're going to leave it today, guys. I do appreciate y'all being with me here today. And hope that y'all have enjoyed this stream. And I do appreciate all the commenting and chatting with me. That makes it a lot more fun for me. But those of you watching, if you haven't, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, that like button, that notification bell. And also, don't forget to comment down below. All that stuff for you is free and it helps me and the channel grow. I do appreciate all the support you've given me so far. You guys rock. I love you guys. I hope that y'all have a blessed day.